Oh.
Boycock was your idea.
Boycock, but yeah, it was your idea to.
No, no.
All right. I won't say it. I won't tell him. Do you want me to tell him?
No. Even when you say I won't tell him, it makes it sound like something real happened.
Nothing
that
real.
To hide. Anyways, I'm Egg.
I'm Celia Parr.
Otherwise known as Jess GG Jess.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it. This is the COVID-19 episode.
COVID-19 for the 3rd episode.
Yep.
If it was the 19th episode, whew!
No, it's not.
No. But yeah, the corona.
The coronavirus.
Ba-ba-ba-da-bum-bum. My corona.
So?
It's spreading around. You're just rubbing the air?
Yep, I'm spreading it.
Oh, spray it.
We're in Coronaville.
Yep.
We're not.
No, that would be Fond du Lac.
Which is where I go to school. Well, not anymore, because apparently school's just done. Canceled. Do it online.
Yep.
We're done. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows how long we're going to be on lockdown or how long I'm going to be unemployed for?
Yeah.
I think that it's really dumb that I am currently laid off and you aren't, considering where we each work respectively.
Right. I work in the food industry.
Yes.
I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, and I work at a library. And one of us is currently laid off and the other one is currently working. Also, one of us has the coronavirus and the other one doesn't. I'm just kidding. Neither one of us, as far as I know.
Well.
Do you?
No, I don't think so.
You're not showing any signs.
No. And the signs are so mild, which I think is what scares everybody about it. Usually mild. Sometimes there's other stuff.
But right now, we're living. We're living.
And that's more than we could say for some people right now.
Well, always, because always people are dying.
Yeah, we're in the minority.
What do you mean?
We're alive.
We're not in the minority.
Yeah. Most people that have existed are dead.
Oh, I'm saying, like, on a daily basis, more people stay alive the entire day than die. 150,000 people die a day.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas 7 million don't die a day. So those are pretty good odds.
Yep. And it's pretty good odds to beat the corona.
If you're young.
Well, even if you're old, it's just 20%. Which is bigger than most. You sound like an engine trying to start in the cold.
But we're in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
The state of Wisconsin. And we got some corona news, but not too bad.
Honestly, I've been going through all of the news, and it's all corona based. It's all corona dependent.
I'm sick of it.
I really don't want to. Yeah, I've been searching, trying to find anything that doesn't involve corona things, and it's difficult. It really is hard.
We currently have 117 positive cases in the state of Wisconsin, and no deaths yet.
No.
But what are you gonna do? You know, I'm off of school indefinitely. Your school said it's all online from here on out.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm fine with that.
You don't get to see that professor.
Yeah, that's all right.
What? Because we don't need to talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll talk about it.
You were going to tease her nipple with your teeth.
Well, I wasn't going to talk about that.
Oh.
And it wasn't something I wanted to do. It was something that you brought it up.
Of course, I always do.
You said that if the professor said egg, I'll give you an A if you lick my nipple. Would you do it? And I said, yeah. But I'd do a lot worse for a lot less. And I think that's important to remember.
Your hair.
It's been all over the place.
It's very cockatiel.
Yeah, thank you.
Love it. Love it. Love to see it. You'd love to see it.
So this episode might not follow the regular format.
Because the world is not following the regular format.
No. But, and like, I think there's something to be said for entertainment things going about their usual business. Like Broadway reopening after...
Did they?
9/11
Oh.
very quickly. No, they're not open now.
No, they're not open now.
But, people at Broadway thought it was really important to get back out there after 9/11 to like add some normalcy to what had happened. And I think it's important that entertainment places are still trying to do that. But I think that we would not add much joy in people's lives at the moment trying to talk about pop culture news if all of it is going to be related to the coronavirus.
Right, like, you know how I handle movie news?
Yeah.
The movie news I have is the movies that are getting delayed, like A Quiet Place 2 is being delayed because of the coronavirus. That's supposed to come out Friday. It is not coming out Friday. I believe, what is the new James Bond movie called? Die Under the Bridge or...
No Day to Die.
No Day to Die. Die Under the Bridge, I don't know where.
Die Under the Bridge. That's his mix up with the Chili Peppers, the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Under the bridge downtown, where I drew some blood. Yes.
Dude, if James Bond and the Red Hot Chili Peppers got together and made a movie with Red Hot Chili Peppers backing, that would be so
Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers is the voice of Donnie on the Wild Thornberrys.
Doesn't Donnie just like scream?
Yeah. He's like, that's what he do.
It's crazy they let him just improv all that.
I think that's just how he talks.
He's
He's Australian. I'm just kidding.
He wrote a book.
Australia's not on fire. That's some good news, but
Now they're on fire with the
I
virus.
don't think they have that many cases.
I don't know, actually.
They're in a warmer environment.
Also, Australia is surrounded by all ocean. It's not easy to get to Australia.
I mean, with commercial flights, it is.
Well, yeah, but compare that with the rest of the world, like Europe, and Asia.
I would say where we are right now, we're currently at a probably 85% lockdown quarantine.
85% is probably pretty accurate. Yeah. Lots of people getting laid off.
Yeah. Filing for unemployment.
They should. They should be.
Yeah. There's a stimulus package that got passed.
It did get passed. Good. Good.
Vagina.
Did you hear that one doctor said that, it was like ejaculating can boost your hormones and defense to coronavirus?
Oh, you were set.
I just think it was like, I just think he was trying to convince his wife. I just think he was like, honey, we're going to be locked down. We should really spend this time doing, And she's like, no, David, now's not the time. He was like, oh, I'll show you.
I'll show you a good time.
That was the perfect time.
Perfect.
Oh.
You got any music news?
You know what?
I hope you found what I found.
I saw that Cardi B's music was getting delayed because of the coronavirus.
No, that's not what I was talking about. I did see a video of her reacting to that, and she's like, "It's the coronavirus, y'all! It's real, Corona!"
It's real.
Like being her own like obnoxious screaming self, which I think the world needs just a little bit of. We just went into this gas station so I could make myself a coffee, but apparently the employees have to make you a coffee, and I ain't about that. Like, you don't know what I get. You don't know what I want.
I'm not seeing anything that would really stick out as something you...
Gal Gadot. Well, you do the news, so maybe just type in Gal Gadot news.
This is an interesting twist where the news anchor is learning about the...
Do you want me to talk about it since I know it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Gal Gadot. Do you know who that is?
Yes, she's Wonder Woman.
Yep. She's Israeli. That has nothing to do with this.
Except it makes her fucking gorgeous.
She is gorgeous. Anyway, she was on like, and she's in self quarantine, so she made a video. She's like, "Hey, motherfuckers, fuck you all." What she did was, I'll play a little bit of it.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if it plays.
Gal? What you doing?
Gal Gadot. I don't think it's gonna play for me. Oh, that's just too sad.
I feel my role is supporting my husband. Most important
Gal?
being a mother and a wife.
That's not Gal.
Be your own woman, Gal.
That was Princess Di.
You don't have to.
Of Charles and
Princess Di, you're already dead. It's not playing. Anyway, she made this video saying, "Oh, why don't we just fuck?" And no, she didn't. She's all like, "We're all on the quarantine and everyone's scared, so let's sing." So she started singing a song. I think it was Imagine.
By John Lennon?
Yeah, is that the one that goes, "Imagine all the people"? Yeah.
Yeah.
She sings that, and then people like Sia headlines in it, and Jimmy Fallon, and Sarah Silverman. So she like made a little video.
Well, that's nice.
That's some music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some movie news since we're doing a little switch.
Oh, I already provided. They closed. Movies are closed now.
So you remember the Cats movie?
Oh, wait.
Beloved.
I almost talked about this. Is this? Can I?
Yeah.
Is this Seth Rogen getting high and commentating the Cats movie?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
because he did do that.
No. This is about how.
Speaking of cats, Idris Elba, coronavirus.
Oh.
Okay.
No, the movie Cats. It was universally beloved.
Mm-hmm.
People love the animation.
Yeah.
Frankly.
And they love the cockroach genocide.
The special effects were so well received. It just really went over great.
Mm.
I'm being facetious.
Facetious.
In
That
case
means
any of
he's
you were not.
He's fooling you all. He's just fooling.
Hated. But there's one thing that might save this movie. Apparently, the animators of Cats, when they first made the movie, added buttholes to the cat.
Oh!
So you can watch the Rum Tum Tugger and Magical Mr. Mistopheles and Grisabella, the glamour cat, all dancing around, doing their fun little kitty cat dances with little buttholes.
Oh!
Now they added buttholes, but then apparently somebody with a brain watched the movie with buttholes and said, "Guys, those are buttholes."
Do you have pictures of the cat buttholes?
I do not have pictures of the cat buttholes.
I want to see Julie Dench's cat butthole.
But they took it away. They took the buttholes from us, robbed us of them, quite frankly, and now I can't see Taylor Swift's kitty butthole.
Or James Gordon's.
Or James...
the fat chick from Pitch Perfect.
I think you mean Rebel Wilson.
Rebel Wilson.
And now, of course, fans of the movie, the millions of them that there are,
Oh, yeah.
they're begging for the butthole cats.
I say give them the buttholes. Why would they take the buttholes away?
A VFX producer was hired in November to finish some of the 400 effect shots in Cats the movie, and his entire job was to remove CGI buttholes.
Oh my god. They should have kept the buttholes in.
It would have given us something to watch. It couldn't have looked worse than the rest of the
I like how we're
animation.
talking normal until we say the word butthole.
Butthole?
Mm-hmm. The Masked Singer was on last night.
Oh? Tell me about that.
The Swan got eliminated.
But it's long I will get neck. How did it not seduce the judges?
Especially because she sang a song about loving one of the judges, and it was Ken Jeong. Do you know who the Swan was? I think you... Have you heard?
Is it a guy or a girl?
It's a girl.
No,
It's somebody that you had a crush on at one point, I believe.
Is it Anna Kendrick?
No.
Crush on.
I think you said once or twice that you found her really attractive. It's Bella Thorne.
No.
I think you did.
No.
Oh, he did, though.
No.
You said you liked her in that Disney show.
Yeah, I did when when we were all 14.
So you found her attractive?
Yeah, but years ago, before I ever met you.
She's older than you. But you told me that anyway, that you thought she was cute. Anyway, she was the Swan.
Certainly not anymore.
She's not hideous. I mean, she just doesn't have red hair. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the Swan Masked Singer.
You don't believe me?
I believe you. I just wanted to see what she looked like here. Because when you see Bella Thorne out in the wild, she don't look like that.
You can't look at somebody after they get unmasked to judge how they look now because they're fucking sweaty. Okay.
No, she looks better, is what I'm saying. Normally, she's got like freaking chains around her neck and her face is oily and it's just not a good look.
Oh. Sarah Palin was the bear.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That is good.
It was a shock to be seen.
How is Sarah Palin these days?
She's only on one episode singing.
Oh.
She's saying, I got big butt, or I like big butts.
Sarah!
She was rapping. It was pretty hilarious, and I loved every minute
Oh.
out of it.
I like big butts and
She's not Irish.
Oh yeah, dear. I like them big butts and I cannot lie.
No, she was like screaming. I recommend watching just that episode because it's on Hulu.
I need the Hulu password and username again.
Why?
Because that one time when it wasn't working for a little bit, I tried to log in and it was like, nah.
Why did you wait till now?
I just didn't think of it.
All right, the password is.
I'm gonna forget.
I'm gonna say it on air, and you can just go back and listen. I'll text it to you.
Right.
So what have you been watching during this coronavirus?
What?
I've been binge watching things. What have you been watching?
Okay. Kind of in between things right now. TV
In
shows.
betwixt.
In betwixt. I've been watching a lot of Disney Plus.
You were so against it at first.
I've been watching. I watched Guardians of the Galaxy, both of them. 1 and 2. That's right. I watched the first Avengers.
Number 1.
Yeah. And I also watched Age of Ultron. Apparently,
Number
people
two?
didn't like. Yeah. Apparently, people didn't like that movie.
Is that the one with Sokovia?
Yes.
Scarlet Witch comes in with her brother.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Oh.
Most people love Civil War, and I freaking hated that movie, though.
Is that it? That's Captain America. That's not
Yeah.
Avengers, right? But
Right.
it's practically Avengers.
It's pretty much Avengers, but they're like, no, Captain America. Yeah.
Because that storyline never really got finished. I
No,
feel. It
not
never really
really.
got resolved.
No, they fight, and then the next big thing is Thanos comes.
Yeah.
But also, like the character motivations don't make any sense to me. Like Captain America, the guy who's always been a soldier, goes against the government.
But that's how it is in the comics.
Right, which is fine, but they didn't set that up in the movies.
Well, then they set him up with that whole Sharon, that Agent 13, and then they just dropped that character.
Oh my god, the romance plots in these movies are so inconsistent and bad.
Yeah. When does WandaVision come out?
WandaVision? Oh, I don't know. Let me double check.
Because that don't make sense either.
No, and again, that's how it is in the comics, but they didn't really set that up.
WandaVision.
What have you been watching?
All sorts of things, little things here and there. I watched. Alright, so Hulu pisses me off a little bit because a while ago I watched the show called 911 with Angela Bassett as we say, Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett.
I watched the first season of 10 episodes, and I was like, oh, time for season 2. No, it just went to season 3, episode 1. I'm like, well, where's all of season fucking 2? So I didn't watch it anymore because I need to see season 2. Well, they have this new show on there called 911 Lone Star where they're in Texas. It's got Rob Lowe and Liv Tyler up in there. So I watched those 10 episodes. I finished that yesterday. That was really good. I watched a movie called Then Came You, and it has Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones all up in there.
Right, she's sickly.
She's sick. It's like The Fault in Our Stars, but it's funny. I liked it. And
I think The Fault in Our Stars was trying to be funny at some point.
at some points, but like...
But it was John Green.
Yeah.
We don't need to get into this again. Much of the early pen pals.
I think what I liked about it is the love story wasn't in it. Like, the guy and the girl are just best friends. They become best friends. And he falls for Nina Dobrev, who is gorgeous. Do you know who that is?
I don't.
Oh.
I'm going to find it.
I think you've seen her. Anyway, that movie was good. What else did I watch? Right now I'm watching Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
Oh, where they're singing.
Yeah. I'm on one episode. I've almost seen of that. What else was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. I watched the first 3 episodes of Little Fires Everywhere that dropped yesterday. And now they're going to drop once a week. It's an 8-episode miniseries. It's a very popular book. That's what my book news was. By Celeste Na. What?
Oh, the Nina Dobrev was just in the movie Final Girls and Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Didn't I show you that movie, Final Girls?
You didn't show it to me, but
Yeah, she's in there. She was on Degrassi. She was in The Vampire Diaries. She was in Flatliners. All sorts of things.
Let's Be Cops?
Yeah, I think so.
Classic.
Anyway, so I watched the first 3 episodes of Little Fires Everywhere. I don't like Reese Witherspoon very much, but she was in Big Little Lies.
She was also in Santa Clarita.
No, that's Drew Barrymore.
Oh, never mind.
I was ready for you. I can tell you were about to argue and be like, yes. But no, it was Drew Barrymore. Anyway, Kerry Washington is also in Little Fires Everywhere. Do you know who that is?
I think I've heard of her.
He's looking up on his phone a lot, folks. She was in Scandal. You ever watch that show? Ever heard of it? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Was she the main?
Yeah.
Then yes. I know.
She's African American.
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful woman.
Beautiful. Played Olivia Pope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Based on a real person.
Yeah, based off of, I think it was Clinton's, whatever.
Advisor?
I don't know what she is.
Did she fuck the president too?
No.
Okay.
I forget who she is. But Olivia Pope is not like she used to work for the president on his campaign, and she's still fucking around with the president. But what she really is like a crisis manager.
Yeah.
Like, she
gets in when it's rough, and she makes it chill.
And she does it for more than just the president.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, what else is that? Yeah, I've just been doing that. Binging things. Watching The Masked Singer as usual. Oh, well, he just did it.
Did I ever tell you I locked myself out of my car when me and my dad were working on it?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
The new car?
What? Oh, Lord Jesus.
I got a new car, and we don't have a spare key for it yet.
You got a Honda Civic.
Nope.
Nope, a Toyota Camry.
Mm-mm.
A Honda Accord.
Yes.
Oh.
Got in 3. Nice.
I knew it was one of them cars that always runs forever.
And
it's older than you.
Yep.
Or the same age.
Drink. 95.
Oh, I thought it was a 99.
Nope.
Oh,
maybe it is a 99.
It came out in 98 then.
It might have been a 99. I don't remember. Anyways, we're cleaning it.
What's that? A 2000. This is a 2014.
Nice. It's not?
This is 2004.
Oh, alright.
This is a good old Jeep. She got 256,000 miles on it.
She's still trucking.
Love. Yeah, yep. She's still. It's cobalt blue. Anyway.
The license plate number is. Well, alright. Great.
What did they gonna do with my license plate number?
What's the time? Well, no, it's just now I have to remember to go back at 24 minutes and 27 seconds so I can bleep out the license
Why?
plate
What are
number.
they gonna do with that?
They could find you.
Yeah, you want my address?
No.
W4.
No. No. Any Now I lost.
I'm not that hard to dox. You want to know something? Ask. I'll tell you. You're gonna have a lot of bleeping, aren't you? Because I'm okay with it being in there, but I know Egg's gonna bleep it, which is appreciative, I guess.
Well, because I need to... I can't let people go doxing you. Like, maybe you're okay with it, but I don't think you'd really be okay with it if, like, a SWAT team broke in, if you got swatted. You know what that is?
I have guns. Yes, I know what swatting is.
Yeah, a gun's not going to help you against a SWAT team. It's just going to let them kill you.
That is true, but who's gonna swat me?
I don't know. I'm sure if you keep goading them, they'll find a reason to.
He's gonna beep it all out, folks. Which is probably for the best.
That's right.
But they already know what state we live in.
It's a big state.
Oh, well.
Anyways, totally lost my train of
Oh,
thought.
it derailed.
Do you want to talk about the Caraway debate?
You were talking about you're locking out of your new car.
Oh yeah, I locked. We were cleaning it. The keys were in it. Dad said, "Don't lock and close the doors because the windows are up and the keys are in it, and you'll lock us out."
And you did it.
I just threw the door closed without realizing it, and I said, "Oop, door's locked."
What did Michael say?
He said, "Well, gosh darn it, Egg, why'd you do that?" And then we spent the next about 20 minutes breaking into my car.
How?
Maybe I shouldn't get into how you can break into a car, but
I mean, I have one of those things that the cops have. So,
yeah.
that's what I do. You just go in through the window and you fuck with the lock.
Yeah, we went in through, like, into the inside
Yeah.
of the car.
Oh.
Just flicked it open with a coat hanger.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. We got open, and my dad says, "Now, what did you learn?" I said, "I learned how to break into a car." It's like, that's not the answer I wanted.
No.
But that's what I got.
You want to talk about Nick Carraway being an unreliable narrator? I don't think there's much of a debate here, though, because I think he's pretty much an unreliable narrator. We're talking from The Great Gatsby, by the way.
Well, no, the debate is not if Nick's an unreliable narrator or if he's a good person even. I think we talked about this once because we're both both going to be English teachers, and we've been in the American school system.
But not right now, we're not.
No.
Because coronavirus.
Which means that, of course, we've read The Great Gatsby at least 2 or 3 times.
I've read it 7 times.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite books.
And one time we were talking about this, and we came upon an interesting debate that you said we should save for the podcast.
What was it?
We were talking about Nick Carraway, and you said, "I think he's the worst person." Or maybe you didn't say No, I think you did say he's the worst person in the book. Or maybe you just didn't like him.
I would say
Like
he's my
him the
least
least.
favorite character.
Yeah. And you said Jordan, is
Mhm.
that her name? Is your favorite because she's a bad person, but she knows it. And that got us on this interesting debate about if you're a bad person and you know it, does that make you better or worse?
I've given some thought to this.
Yes.
Because you said that makes her worse.
Yes.
I don't think it makes her worse. I think by her being it makes her more honest.
Okay.
Because, in the mentality, especially the 1920s and even today, it's a dog-eat-dog world. So in order for her to succeed, she's being dishonest. She's doing selfish things that can be viewed as bad to better herself and to give herself, like, what she wants in life. Because she knows that no one's going to do anything for her, so she's doing it for herself. And she acknowledges that what she's doing is not viewed as morally good, and that she's viewed as probably more of a bad person. But I feel like it makes her a better character because she can acknowledge that what she's doing is bad, but she's doing it because that's what everyone else is doing, but they're lying to themselves about it.
Right.
It's exactly what Nick Carraway does.
She certainly is an interesting character in that she's different from everybody else in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But my argument was, if you know that you're bad and what you're doing is wrong, then you know that it's an issue and it's something you could change, and you're choosing not to.
Because no one else is going to change for her. She can adapt and be a good person, but it's not going to get her anything.
So then...
And it's not going to change how everyone else is acting.
This is interesting. When she first meets Nick, can we agree that she believes that he's like a good, honest person?
I would say she's the only one that sees him for who he really is.
Oh.
Like, everyone else seems to think Nick is this good, trustworthy guy, which is why everyone tells him everything. Nick seems to think he's an honest, trustworthy guy when he's clearly not.
Right.
There's this thing, that one of my favorite quotes. Earlier in the book, they're driving, and she's driving so fast she almost hits somebody. Like, she almost takes out another car, and Nick's like, "You're a bad driver." And she's all like, he's like, "You should let me drive, you're a bad driver." And she's all like, "Well, I'm not." Or she's like, "I know I am." He's like, "Well, what happens if you..." She's like, "But everyone else is a good driver." And then he's like, "What happens if you happen upon another bad driver?" She's like, "Well, let's hope I don't." And then at the end of the book, she's all like, "You warned me about finding another bad driver on the road, and I think that's you." And I was like, "Girl, call his ass out, because that's what you're doing."
You got him.
She's basically saying, you thought you were good, but you ain't.
You're not. You're not a good driver.
No, he holds
bad
himself
driver.
way above everyone else. He's very arrogant.
Yes.
And if a book begins with, "I'm one of the most honest people I know," it's probably a sign that they're not.
It's like, if someone has to tell you that they're honest, they're probably not. If someone has to tell you to trust them, you probably shouldn't.
He's an unreliable narrator.
Yes, he is.
And it drives me nuts.
It's certainly aggravating, but there is a kind of like innocence there where Nick doesn't realize that he's bad, and that's annoying for everybody else. But in a way, him not, like, the reason, you could argue that the reason he doesn't try and be a better person is because he doesn't know that he's a shithead. So in a way, you can't blame him as much for it. Or you can.
You can't. It makes him, like, it's not because he doesn't, because he does to a degree realize what he's doing, because he has a girlfriend back wherever he moved to New York from. And he says, "Oh, I should probably break that off before I go with Jordan." But he denies in the beginning that he had anything to do with her. But he acknowledges that there's something to do with her, because it's just, he's ridiculous. He's fucking ridiculous. And he's like judging everyone.
Yep.
Oh, I'm judging Gatsby. I'm judging Daisy. I'm judging Tom. But you're complicit with all of it. Like, because you went to Tom's mistress's house and hung out there for hours. And you're not going to tell your cousin. Like, fuck you.
It's pretty fucked up.
He's a fucked up person. They all are. But he's the worst because he thinks he's not a fucked up person. That's where I have more, like, that's why I'm more okay with Jordan. Because I just think, like, at least she realizes she's fucked up.
Yeah.
But you're against that, adamantly.
Well, no, not adamantly. It would aggravate me that someone would know they're bad or doing wrong things and be okay with that.
But
you know what I mean?
I think Nick realizes that too, that he's not good, but he just denies it to try to make himself feel better.
And that could be too.
I don't
kind of
know.
argument.
I could write a fucking paper on Jordan as a character. And I might do my capstone on her because she's a very fascinating character to me.
She is.
And she's not even in the book
Certainly.
that much.
No. No, but you need a character like Jordan for sure to be like, yeah, everybody here is shitty. These are all awful people.
Right.
Yeah.
She sees it as it is.
Yes.
She sees it as it is. And she's the youngest character in the book, but, like, she sees everyone for who they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's just interesting. I find it so fascinating. She's probably my favorite character. Well, I don't really like any of them because they're all dicks. But she's the most intriguing to me.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion! Yep.
Ah!
Let's talk about video games.
What are you talking about?
What?
Talk about them.
You talking about them? You've been playing Pokemon lately.
I've been playing Pokemon.
Sword.
Yep.
Sword.
Sword.
I have Sword as well, unless you took it out.
Yep. I wanted 2 swords. It's already in there, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh, I didn't take it out.
You took a game out.
No. Certainly did
You
not.
took Crash Bandicoot and gave it to Brooke.
I definitely didn't.
How do you like Sword? You're building a team.
It's good. It's fun. Here's the thing about playing Pokemon, right?
He's never played Pokemon.
You play ranked.
This is his first game.
You play ranked.
This is the first time he beat it.
And
Tell
you...
him.
yeah.
Yep.
You play ranked, and you lose. And you think, well, I'm just going to play until I win, and I'll be done. And then you win. Yeah, well, that felt good. I'm going to play again. And then you lose, and you think, well, I'm just going to play till I win. And then you win, and you think, well, I'm just going to play again, because that felt good. Then you lose. And so on and so forth. And before you know it, you've woken up at 9, played until 3, and it's time to go to work, and you've just spent a whole day.
Very good.
No.
No. Why is that not good?
Well, I got other stuff I want to do.
In this day and age, in this current timeline,
In this economy,
and with this virus, I think it's more appropriate to do that.
it's not appropriate, Dan.
I think like you shouldn't feel bad about it.
Oh, I don't feel bad. It's just like, oh.
Because then after work, you probably went and did
I got a
other
play
stuff.
I'm trying to write for the gang. And that's in.
a play.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I've been trying to write a play for the group that we can perform.
Get out of that mailbox!
What are you doing? That's not yours.
Rude bitch.
Somebody ought to say something to her. Please don't. Please don't.
Somebody gotta say something to it. Like you want us to perform it?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know.
Oh, all right. Oh, yeah. I've done that before.
I'm working on it. Yeah.
No. But you should. I think that you especially need more time to play video games and just enjoy life.
Yeah. I played Call of Duty last night. That was
COD.
fun. COD. I played with my COD. A little bit.
You've played with your friends, COD.
Yeah, my friends all had their CODs out.
Oh,
Yeah.
more than one friend?
It was me and 2 other people.
Oh.
One of them not such good friends with, but he was good with his COD.
Oh.
He just held his COD right in his hand.
I wasn't invited to play COD.
You don't have it.
That's right.
You can play with my COD.
Mm-hmm. So you all have to have an Xbox One, or is it to the point where Xbox One and PS4 can play?
Xbox One and PS4 can play together.
Isn't that just?
I know.
Isn't that insane?
Never thought we'd see the day.
Oh my god, that's so crazy how that happens, isn't it? No, that really is. That's the.
Right, because back in the day, it was like, oh, fuck PS. No. Yeah, fuck PlayStation.
Yeah.
Fuck Xbox.
And now it's just fuck Switch. Fuck Switch.
I think
Switch.
Xbox and Nintendo were down to crossplay.
Oh.
Switch doesn't have COD. Also, Switch has a lot of exclusive games on it.
I actually think the Switch is the highest rated system out of the 3.
I think it is.
For the folks at home, just kissed his 2 fingers and then pointed them up to God as if to say, "Thank you, big man.
Oh,
You
that's
rock
actually-
this shit."
Pointing him up to Miyamoto.
Oh.
He's not dead, but
It's to Sakurai.
he's not dead, is he?
No.
No.
Apparently, he had a health scare at the gym.
Sakurai.
He made Smash. And a lot of the other
Oh, he's
Nintendo
young
games.
though.
I don't know.
Like
how
he in
old
his
he is.
50s, I think.
He might be in his 50 and his 60.
Like Miyamoto's not. What's Sakurai's last name?
I don't remember. I'm not even sure his first name's Sakurai.
It is.
Thank God.
Oh, it's Sakurai is not his first name. That's his last name.
Oh, alright.
I think it's Masahiro Sakurai. He's 49.
Oh, wow.
This guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 49 years old.
Good. I thought he was older.
He might be. Is his first name Sakurai?
I think they
Because they flip
switch
it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, his name is Sakurai Masharyu.
Right. Because when I watch anime, her name is Uzumaki Naruto. But they're just call him Naruto.
Do you know who Shigeru Miyamoto is, though? He's like the
He made Nintendo?
he made Zelda and stuff. Him. Look at that sassy fella. 67. He's like this. I love him.
You want to speak as Link? Impossible. It simply can't be done.
I just love Nintendo. Speaking of Nintendo, Animal Crossing New Horizons comes out tomorrow at midnight. We're about 13 hours out, which is why we met, because I left my Switch in your car and I need that because I downloaded the game and it's ready to go. It's just you can't play it until the date.
Ain't that the taste of shit?
It's like, let me in.
Let me in.
Let's talk about the crossing of the streams, the crossing of the fandoms.
Oh, we talked about that in the second episode.
Oh.
But I guess we can again.
Because now it doesn't matter, because now Doom released today instead.
Oh,
And
they
a lot of
betrayed us.
No, it was GameStop. GameStop, because they want to limit the amount of people coming into their stores. Humana. And people are like, really, GameStop? You should have released Animal Crossing first. Well, really, I don't think it's up to GameStop. I think Bethesda said, I think that's Bethesda that did Doom. They're like, go ahead and release it a day early.
They definitely need the okay.
Yeah.
From those companies.
And Nintendo's like, no. They're like this.
Friday is our fun day, and you will wait until Friday.
Although they released it in the Netherlands yesterday. The Netherlands.
The Netherlands. The Vikings.
Actually, I think that's Norway.
Oh, no.
I could be wrong. No, I'm right. I
could
think
be wrong.
Netherlands is like the tulips, and the poppies.
Oh, yeah.
You know how we mentioned Fault in Our Stars earlier? One of the faults of that movie is them making out in Anne Frank's secret annex.
Yeah, why'd you do that?
Why John Green?
Jonathan Green.
John Green, fuck you.
And Frank would not appreciate it.
No, she'd be like, I like girls. She did.
Yeah.
Or she was curious. Because she also liked that boy that was with her.
She masturbated. And wrote about it.
And Frank masturbated. There.
And you've got to confront that.
You gotta confront that. Everyone does it. Well, not everyone, but Anne Frank sure tried.
It probably made her life better. I mean, what else are you going to do when you're hiding from Nazis?
Just don't get too loud.
That's true. Don't pork.
What?
Don't pork.
Oh, don't fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't lay the gravy train down on your sweet thing.
You look like shit warmed over.
Thanks.
His-
not every time we meet, but so many times we meet and you just comment about my appearance and just make me feel so good.
I do it for a bit.
Yeah. It is funny.
Because I like to comment on your hair because it gets funky.
Yeah, it gets wild. What are we looking at right now?
Now it looks somewhat normal.
Oh, yeah.
But like today, I'm saying in particular, like you have the bloodshot eye because it looks like a blood vessel burst.
Yeah.
The hair, you look tired.
Mm-hmm.
But we can just chalk it up to we're in a pandemic. Who cares what you look like?
We're in the corona.
There's a reason I'm wearing this hat because my hair was not doing it. See?
It looks fine.
No, it don't. Look at that little crown.
That's a little hair.
Putting this back on.
And you can't stop him, folks.
Nope. I love this beanie. You keep checking something. What's going on?
I'm just looking at the time.
What are we at?
We're at 43.
Oh, we're fine.
We are 44. We're pumping right along. Oh no.
Pump action rifle.
Yeah. My dick.
Wow!
Oh my goodness!
Oh, I also watched American Horror Story 1984.
Tell us about
I
that
think you
now.
need to watch it.
All right, why?
I think that's one season that you can handle. It's just good, I guess. It's only 9 episodes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh!
What's it about?
1984 camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, ghosts,
Ooh.
murderers,
Ooh.
other things. The cast is pretty interesting. The main cast, you got Emma Roberts, Billy Lord, Carrie Fisher's daughter.
Oh, I know it.
Gus Kentworthy. You might remember him. I think he's a.
What is he? I gotta know.
Competitive. Is he a skier? He's in the Olympics. He's homosexual.
All right.
I don't remember, freestyle skier.
Oh, nice.
He's in there. He's like.
Is he like a skiing murderer? Oh, all right.
Is he a what?
Like a winter themed murderer. Like he's just skiing through the canyon.
No, he's not a murderer.
Stab, stab.
He's on steroids apparently.
In the show.
In the show, yeah.
Right.
That's why he can't compete in the 1984 Olympics.
Oh, ain't that the taste of shit?
I actually love his character though. He's pretty funny. Who else? Oh, Matt, the guy who played the teacher on Glee is up in there.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Good for him.
He made a little appearance.
I've only seen one episode of Glee.
Which episode?
The one after the guy killed himself, or he didn't kill himself. He died of an overdose.
He died of an overdose. That's right.
Good episode.
Yeah.
I don't know why we only watched that one, but
Was it in school?
no. My
was,
parents were like, "Yeah,
we're watching this.
we're gonna watch this, and you're gonna learn to never do drugs again."
But
And,
you're like, I'm
and
12.
to never sing.
I'm 12, Mom.
Ever.
No, you weren't 12.
I was probably like 13. I think it was before high school.
Oh, yeah, he died in 2013, I think. But then what's funny is the other guy from that show killed himself. But nobody talked about it because he's a pedophile that had child porn. So you're like, well.
I don't know how to handle that one.
Yeah.
That is a tricky situation.
A tricky bitch. So you watching sports from the 1980s on ESPN? You show ESPN at work. What is on ESPN?
Lots of 30 for 30s. You know their documentary thing?
Okay.
Which is I like 30 for 30s, but we're not allowed to play the audio from it at work. So it's just whenever it's not busy, I can try and read the subtitles. And so far, let me go over a list of what I have learned.
Okay. What are 30 for
Or what-
30s?
They're like sports themed documentaries.
Okay.
So like there was one about Dwayne Wade. And from what I gathered, he married Gabrielle Union.
Yeah.
They had a baby via surrogate.
Yeah.
I think one of his sons was transgender.
Is. Mm-hmm.
That's all I've learned from that
I
one.
don't even know if they're transgender or if he's just a cross-dresser. Anyway, people give them shit for it, but they're like, fuck you, that's our son child.
Yeah, good for them. There was one about a tall white basketball player, and apparently his brother bullied him.
Oh.
That's all I learned from that one.
Okay.
That's an hour programming.
Oh.
That's about
Have
it.
you been pretty busy at the ye old sub shop?
No,
No?
not at all.
No?
No.
Do people come in and comment like, oh, you're still open?
Yep, all the time. One guy. Okay, so we have our booths in one corner. Our tables are slid in front of the booths so you can't get on them, and then our chairs are put on top of the tables. Right. I had one guy come in. I made a sub, made it to go. He walks over to one of the tables, grabs the chair, and sets it down on the floor. I said, "Sir, you can't eat in here." He said, "There's no one else here." I said, "No, I know. It's because you can't eat in here." And he was like, "I'm a paying customer." I said, "I don't give a single shit."
Did he leave?
Eventually, yeah. He said, "What are you going to do? Call the cops?" And I said, "Corporate has told me that if customers don't leave, I should call the cops."
Is he a college kid?
No.
This is an adult.
This is
A damn ass adult! Fuck! I hate him. I hate him. The
Yeah,
fucking
that's it.
privilege.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna call the damn cops. And then he left.
Yeah.
Is the other restaurant open? The one next to y'all?
Yep, so far.
But you can't sit in there.
No.
You need that to taste the shit.
That is
I really like that restaurant.
tasty shit.
There's one here.
There is one here, isn't there?
Yeah, there sure is. Huh. Can we eat in the car?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
They can't tell you what to do in your car.
Hey, please don't eat that in your car.
I think it's dumb the government is like, hey, don't gather more than 10 people.
I think it's...
I get it. We've talked about this before, I know. But also...
Because you just want to do stupid things like throw a party just to do it.
It's not stupid. I want to get...
It's stupid because you literally said it, even if it's only 5 minutes, at least you'd be going... Yeah, it's stupid.
It's not.
Yes, it's stupid.
I just want to show that you can meet in a group of 20
No
people.
one's saying that you can't. They're saying, please don't. But they're not saying that you can't do it. There's not like a spell that will prevent you from gathering with... They're asking you not
Where'd
to.
Dave go? Oh, no, he's been teleported to Guantanamo Bay.
They're not...
He's the 20th person in this room.
They're not asking you... They're not being like... They're not enforcing... They're not enforcing it. They're just literally like, please don't. Can you not?
Yeah.
Could you? That'd be real cash money. I don't know what that
That'd be
means.
real.
Did I use cash
sweet.
money correctly?
Yeah, I think so.
I think this is a fun little Corona episode we got going.
Let's go. Want to wrap this one up?
Wrap it up.
Well, folks, just remember, wash your hands, wash your face.
Don't be a dick to children.
Don't be a dick to children unless they deserve it.
Yeah.
And this has been Egg.
This is Celia Parr.
There's no such thing as deaths. And we'll see ya on the flip. I'm still working out what our closing line should be for this podcast.
Ugh!
Oh, that's a good one. Bye.